Hey, Whiskey Fans, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kara.
Kara, what do we have today?
We have a whiskey tour of Scotland. Day 24. That's right, our last day together with this Advent calendar. And today is an interesting one. A 19-year-old Highland, undisclosed, unfortunately, in a sherry oak butt. It comes in at 42%.
We're going to close out with violence today.
Of the undisclosed?
Of the undisclosed.
Yeah, that's a kind of a trigger word for Chris lately. But I've really enjoyed our journey through Scotland this December, so I'm excited to taste this 19-year-old Highland, but I'm also a little bit sad.
I'm excited and terrified.
Terrified because?
Because what am I going to do
If you
after today?
I don't know.
Like, what am I going to do with my life? That's terrifying.
I know, you had a set schedule and now we don't know what to do. But
more drinking.
Okay. There's always more drinking.
It's got a very, it's not strong, but it's a very compactful nose.
Concentrated.
Concentrated?
Yeah, it's really light, but there's a lot in there.
Wow.
I don't think compactful is a word.
I make things up all the time. Just go with the flow. Just pretend like, oh yeah, that's a word. I'll just look it up later.
Oh, there's like a bright tree note.
I'm not getting
moss note.
A lot of strong oak on it that you would think for something of 19 years.
Yeah, it is a little bit diluted. It's down to 42, unfortunately. So my guess it's show filtered as well. But it's just a guess because it doesn't say on the little bottle.
Okay, so I am getting a little bit of some dark berries for a fruit, but it's light. Almost, okay, you know when you get like, they call them like hand pies? That's just a weird word for them. But like the cherry. And you get like a real authentic one, not that fake stuff that are just hanging out at the registers, because that's just like, it's gross. Ones that when you go to an actual bakery and they're in like the little refrigeration thing, because that's real food.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not getting exactly that quite a lovely note as you are. It sounds delicious. I can't quite get all of those notes.
It's more on a darker aspect.
But I think I just got a dark berry.
Yeah. It's there. It's not the most prominent nose, but when you
it's
find
hidden,
it,
it's hidden
that's all you can smell once you find it.
Ooh, it's hidden behind the malt. Yeah, it definitely has a like a pie concentrated flavor to it. I'm
ready to get into this because I'm doing violence today.
Oh, sherry. Right?
Oh, yeah. Ooh, this is lovely, though. Even at 42%, it's lovely.
That's like a bursting. Thick is not the right word. Bursting of flavors on the front. But sherry,
it doesn't have a finish.
It falls off.
It falls off.
Yeah. Everything is up. It's front loaded.
Yes.
Everything's up front.
But I wonder if the 42% was to get rid of the oak.
You can
at that age, because it's there, because it's still full flavored.
Or maybe it was just a decision to make it a more approachable malt for more people.
Because I don't think if it was at 43% or even 45%, it would have been that oaky.
I'm getting a little teensy bit on the mid to finish. Getting like this little oaky, slight drying sensation, actually. Just a teensy bit of a drying sensation.
This is a PX sherry.
Just says sherry.
Yeah, I know, but you get a slight.
I'm not getting...
Not a super strong nut, but you know where the barrel finishing is right there? It wants to lead towards like a nutshell. In a nutshell. It doesn't seem like it's Oloroso to me. It's more sherry to me. PX. Sherry. I never met her.
I think it might be a little. I can see where you're saying a little bit like a nutty shell aspect. I perceive that more as a kind of a teensy bit of a drying oak, but I think I know what you're talking about. That is fascinating. That is quite flavorful in the mid palate. I wish the finish was just a teensy bit longer. It's not, but it's not bad by any means.
No.
This is fascinating.
It definitely was not a first fill. It is
the oldest Scotch that we've had in this journey is coming in at 19 years old. So maybe that's why it's proofed down a bit, like you said. Maybe it was trending a little oaky. Because it's interesting because I'm getting a slight dryiness, and I don't think I've ever had a slight dryiness in the Advent calendar is what I'm talking about. Like in our journey together, I think this is a little bit different on the finish.
But this drink's more like just a traditional, just hang around the fire kind of Scotch, though. This right here is like traditional, just hang out with your mates.
For sure, it's
have a nice drink.
It's very sherry influenced. I wouldn't say it's not quite a sherry bomb.
No,
but the sherry presence is definitely felt. It's very interesting.
It has more fruit.
And when I say interesting, I'm like, I like the flavors it brings, but I don't know if it's something. I'm getting that drying tongue tingle again. I like the flavors it's bringing. I don't know if I like the complete presentation as much as I thought I was. As you know, when you first taste the front, it is good. Man, this journey has taken us down some interesting alleyways and secluded bothies, if you will.
I was like, where are we going with this?
Yeah, so this journey is Advent Calendar has been very interesting. What do you think about the Whisky Tour of Scotland that we've been on?
I had fun. It was very tiring.
There's a lot of walking.
Yeah. A lot of eating. A lot of drinking.
Yeah.
I would like to do more drinking.
Okay. Try it one more time. See if you can pull out some notes for us.
Very fruity. But the more you go back to it, the more the fruits come out.
Yeah.
And the oak does a little slightly it makes its presence known more. Yeah. But I'm still getting that one distinct note. Now, either that's the drying note that you're getting and I'm perceiving as like a dusty shell.
That's possible.
That's the only one minute note where I'm like, I'm leaning towards PX. But because it's so fruit forward, it actually might be Oloroso.
I don't know. I'm not qualified to guess what type of sherry of maturation is. So I'll leave that guessing game to you.
Oh, it's a complete guess.
But I've been really enjoying our time together. This is a nice wrap up, a solid pour, a little bit of a pour for everyone, if you will. It's a nice bookend in how we started. We started a little. The first pour was an undisclosed Highland that was not finished. And so this is a nice little end cap of our journey. Another undisclosed Highland, completely different presentation. So it was nice to kind of return where we started, but with some more added flavors. And I kind of think they ended this day a little more approachable. I wish they would have punched it up. Maybe I'm a little more aggressively peaty, so I would have loved to end Christmas on a high note of like a really nice peat monster, but that's just my personal taste. So what do you guys think about day 24? Please give us your tasting notes below, and more specifically, how did you enjoy the Whisky Tour of Scotland? We really appreciate you joining us on this journey and sharing a few drams with us.
Can I make a comment?
Absolutely.
I think this Advent calendar, because it has so many different distilleries, that to be able to purchase something like this, or even have the opportunity, whether or not it's this one or not, it could be any other variation, I think it's an honestly always buy. Because even though you're spending X amount and you might seem like it's a lot, it's better spending that towards trying different variety than putting that towards one bottle and you don't like it. So now you kind of have a good clue of what regions you tend to gravitate towards, or even distilleries that you might not have tried. I think it's a very good experiment to start off your whiskey journey.
I totally agree with you. Awesome. So if you guys like what we're doing with our channel, subscribe to our channel and you can turn on your notifications, and we'll be doing some more videos in the new year, and let's see where our whiskey journey takes us. Well, I don't know about you.
Fancy this, and no violence today.
And I fancy this whiskey.